Broadcasting live from the Business RadioX studios in Denver, Colorado, it's time for Denver Business Radio. Now, here's your host.
Lee Cantor here, another episode of Denver Business Radio, and this is going to be a good one. Today we have with us Marina Johnson with MOST Programming. Welcome.
Thank you, Lee. I'm honored to be here.
Well, before we get too far into things, tell us about MOST Programming. Who do you serve?
MOST Programming is data-driven customer software development company in Denver, Colorado. We help our clients by turning data into gold. We do this by creating cloud-based custom software solution for process automation, data analytics, and data visualization, like dashboards. We are a woman and veteran-owned business, and the company co-founder is a veteran who served in Air Force and as a fighter pilot. Actually, it was an interesting story how we started this business. I was a CIO of a national security company that has 4,000 employees in 24 states. We were building KPI dashboards to see company life performance. We finished this project ahead of time and under the budget. But our company CEO retired at this time, and our BI solution that created this dashboard went out of business. And at this point, I realized that stars line up and there's good opportunity for me. I called my former boss and asked if he would like to start a new business with me. I thought that his business knowledge and my team management experience will be a great combination. I called the developers that work on our project and asked them to work with us. They agree, and they're amazingly talented and smart people. That's how we started, and MOST Programming has been successfully growing since that, serving our great clients.
So now, what was it like being a woman in this kind of CIO roles and these technology roles where there's not a lot of women doing that kind of work, probably when you got started, and even today, there's not enough?
Yeah, but I never focus on that because I focus on my work, and I love the challenge of technology and have work in it all the time, all my life. I was involved in code development, infrastructure, architecture, design, management. I built a couple times IT department from scratch. So I just focus on this aspect, what I'm interested about my job, about technology. And, I express my opinion when I need to. And it's never bothered me to be a single woman in the room. People ask me all the time, but I'm just not focusing this. I'm focused on my professional skills and my interest in technology.
Right. You were just trying to get the work done. It didn't matter to you that there were no other women around. Did you have any kind of, did you wonder why more women weren't kind of with you along for this ride? Or did that ever, did you see a point when you were younger where there were less and less girls in the classes? Like at some point you were like, hey, this is kind of interesting.
Yeah, it's kind of, I guess it is culture that we live on. And everybody wants to be an actress, I guess, or a model. So, and I think we need to raise girls and the new generation and explain me that mathematics and computers is a very, very interesting part of our life, that we can make big impact. And it doesn't matter what age you are. So you always will be, will be involved in this job, and you always can make impact and you can make people life different. So I just think it's a culture that fortunately is changing right now.
Right. I think that I hope parents out there are encouraging their daughters to get involved in technology, because girls are big users of technology. There's no denying that. They love technology. So it's just a matter of getting them to open their mind to be creators of the technology instead of consumers of the technology.
Correct. And I grew up in the family when both of my parents were electronic engineers, and my brother has IT company right now. So for me, it's never was kind of big question or issue, and I never even felt that I entering something incredible or unusual. It just, I just was focusing that what is interesting for me.
Right.
And I can make impact and challenges. I love challenges. So when you have challenges, the life is good.
Right. Well, that's the whole, all your work is problem solving. So if you like puzzles and problem solving, this is a perfect job.
Oh, yes. Constant problem solving. And what about technology? It's always changing. It's always something new. You're always learning. You're always taking classes. You're always asking other people for advice. And that's actually very cool.
Now, what made you kind of get involved with WeBank and become a certified women business?
It's interesting. I just want to tell you a little story. I never was interested in networking. IT people generally introverts. We like to sit in a room and be left alone. It's true. You can call it generalization, but it's true. And so I never was interested in networking, never interested, to go to the meetings and talk with people. Cocktail hours was most miserable time for me. And I was working, as I said, in CIO before, and I work in 65, 70 hours a week. And one night, my boss walked to my office and said, Marina, I think it would be good for you to join some kind of networking organization. And guess what? My reaction was, absolutely not. I don't have time for that. I'm working for that. Do you want me to go and socialize instead of working for this company and be productive? I don't have time for that. And I hate cocktails. I just don't like it. So he was a very wise and humble person and great leader. He realized that it was a waste of time to argue with me. And command and control was not his management style. So he left my office without any further discussion. And 20 minutes later, he sent me an email that he found good organization for me to join and paid for membership. And since company invested in this, in this membership, I better to go to next meeting. And it was the best change in my life. I realized to networking, it is really interesting. You're meeting a lot of people and you're talking and learning. They give you good advice. And on one of my networking events, I met another lady and she told me, I recommend you, highly recommend you to join WeBank. And this organization, very helpful. They help women, they teach women, they open a lot of doors for you. And we decided to try it, and we joined WeBank. And since that, it was about 3 years ago, and I realized it was great organization to be part of. Last summer, I took We Thrive educational program. It was like 300 women nationwide, business owners. And we learn a lot about finance, marketing. We talk with HR experts. We talk with each other. And we have some coffee lunch hours, and people talk about their business. And people start to help each other right there during this program. It was very extensive, difficult program, but it was really, really good. So this network, I was really amazed how good was for me personally, how good was to join this network.
And I think that that's one of those cases where when you're surrounded by women in a variety of industries that are going through similar challenges, it's nice to be around that kind of supportive group. And it allows you to kind of be a little more vulnerable, I think, to ask questions, to ask for help, and get a lot of people that are rooting for you and want you to succeed.
Yes, absolutely. And what's happened all the time, people talk about people basically brought the problem to program and say, how you can help me to do that. And other women recommend good, vendors, good sales consultants. So people start to help each other and say, oh, by the way, I went through the same issue. I resolved it. It wasn't as bad as you think. So that was really eye-opening event for me. It's the first time when I participated in this, and I'm glad that I did.
So now, how has your firm how have you been able to manage this COVID crisis that we're all kind of battling through right now?
That's kind of interesting. I noticed, and we talk about during the summer program as well, a lot of people have a lot of issues with COVID, but IT companies during COVID, I guess, went to the opposite direction. We were blooming. A lot of people were calling to us. It was really successful time for our company. We were awarded by a new contract. We have these opportunities to contribute to the Denver Smart City Initiative with custom software development. This uses data analytics to predict and improve traffic flow, reduce air pollution, and make Denver a better and smarter city. So it was, and we have a couple other projects, like one of our travel industry client, we developed for them a unique calculator to qualify the economic impact of tourism and travel expenditures at the national, state, and city level. And what was interesting, there was interactive app that converted travel expenditures to the additional job for teachers, police officers, or firefighters. It's really, really cool app. And we work with Butterfly Pavilion here in Denver and create interactive kiosk application for the visitors. The visitors can pledge everyday green action that help them to protect the environment. Another interesting project we did, we're working on a platform to help Spanish-speaking children, very little children, 5-6 years old, to learn how to read. It is an interesting digital system that includes sounds and images and educate children who already speak Spanish how to read. And I had one big event this year during COVID. I was selected as a Denver Business Journal Outstanding Women in Business finalist.
Wow.
So it was really big. I think it was a lot of people who participate, who were part of this award, and only 33 women were chosen. So it was a great honor, and I feel humbled to receive this recognition. So that's our COVID story. A lot of things was going on.
Wow, congratulations. That's amazing. Now, any advice for women out there that are in leadership positions that maybe you wish you had learned earlier on in your career that you use kind of now?
Yeah, and as we talked with you before, it's not too many women in our industry. And I would recommend these young ladies who started their working career or started their own business. First of all, don't focus that you're woman, and don't think that you're less strong or more vulnerable than male colleagues. Just be resilient, be inventive. Everything always works out for the best if you work hard and believe in your success. Keep positive attitude, and important to take care about yourself and your family. Be humble. And other things, don't repeat my mistake, and build your network earlier. Earlier is better. People provide a lot of wisdom. You can ask for advice, and people always want to help. And last but not least, find a good mentor. And accept not only positive feedback, but welcome critiques. It will help you to learn faster. That's what my advice for these young ladies.
Now, what if there's a company out there that maybe is overwhelmed with the amount of data that they have access to, or maybe they're not leveraging it enough, and maybe they are in need of a dashboard or some sort of data visualization tool or calculator or something that can help simplify maybe a great deal of complex data, how can someone get a hold of you and have a conversation maybe to help them mine that data and get the most leverage out of it?
Well, we would love to help these people. Please take a look on our website, most-us.com or most-us.com, or welcome to send me email at info@most-us.com. We would love to help you.
Well, Marina, thank you so much for sharing your story today. You're doing amazing work, and we really appreciate you.
Thank you very much for having me, Lee. I appreciate it.
All right, this is Lee Cantor. We will see you all next time on Denver Business Radio.